Welcome back to Shining Grades Online School. Today I'll be taking you through Integrated Science Grade 9 and we shall be looking at Section A. Please, if you are new to this channel, find your time to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment, and as well share this video to reach as many students as possible. So let's start with question number 1. Question number 1. Which of the following is an example of a permanent change? Which of the following is an example of a permanent change? We understand that we have two types of changes. The first one, we have permanent change, and we also have temporary changes. Temporary changes are those changes that are reversible. They can be reversed back. But the permanent change is irreversible. So looking at the answers that you're given, freezing water into ice, boiling water to steam, rusting of iron, melting of butter. Freezing water into ice is a process that can be reversed back. Boiling water to steam is another reaction or process that can be reversed back. Melting butter can be reversed back. So the correct answer to this question is C, rusting of iron. It's a process that cannot be reversed back. Moving to the next question. The symbol for element sodium is, we have A, SO, B, S, C, Na, D, Sn. We need to know that sodium is named from its Latin name, natrium. So, the symbol comes from the first and the second letter of the name natrium, which is a Latin name. So the correct answer to question 2 is C. Moving to the next question, the particle that moves around the nucleus in shells or energy levels is, we have protons, neutrons, electron, nucleon. We have 3 subatomic particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons. We know that protons and neutrons are found within the nucleus, but the electrons are found within the energy levels, and they move around the nucleus. So the correct answer to this question is C. Question number 4. Which organelle is responsible for energy production in animal cells? We have A, ribosome, B, mitochondrion, C, vacuole, D, chloroplast. A, Langer's ribosome, is the site for protein synthesis. This is the site for protein synthesis. We have vacuole, which is the part of the cell which stores dissolved salts and sugars. We have chloroplast, which is the site for photosynthesis. So the correct answer is B. Mitochondrion is the site for respiration, and respiration leads to synthesis of energy in the cell. Moving to the next question. Why is oxygen important in respiration? A, it produces chlorophyll. B, it breaks down glucose to release energy. C, it stores genetic information. D, it forms cell membranes. The main role of oxygen in respiration is to break down glucose to release energy in the process of respiration. It has nothing to do with chlorophyll production or storage of genetic information or the formation of cell membrane. So the correct answer is B. Question number 6. A light microscope has an eyepiece magnification of times 5 and an objective magnification of times 20. The total magnification is, so how do we work out the total magnification? We need to understand the formula that we use to work out total magnification. So total magnification is given by the eyepiece lens magnification multiplied by the objective lens magnification. So in our case, we have times 5 times 20. So the correct answer to this question is times 100. So the correct answer to this question is C. Moving to the next question. Movement of particles from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration without a membrane is called? Osmosis is movement of water molecules from a region of high water to a region of low water concentration, but across a semi-permeable membrane. Active transport, movement of materials against the concentration gradient, moving from low to high across a semi-permeable membrane by use of energy. Absorption involves movement of materials but not from a region of high to low. This is done by structures for absorption. So the correct answer is C. Diffusion. Diffusion is movement of particles from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration, but passing through a membrane is not a must. So the correct answer is C. Question 8. Which appliance converts electrical energy into mechanical energy? We have electric fan, we have solar panel, we have battery, we also have a torch. Solar panel, we know it converts light energy into electrical energy. A battery converts chemical to electrical. Torch, depending on the nature of the torch, it converts electrical to light. So we have electric fan, which it converts electrical energy and makes it to move around, to rotate. So the correct answer is A, electrical energy to mechanical energy. Moving to the next question. A pressure of 200 Newton is exerted over an area of 50 square meters. What is the pressure? So we need to understand that pressure is given by force over area. The force is given in newtons and the units for area is square meters. So we have our force as 200 newtons over 50 square meters. So working out this, it gives us 4. So the correct answer is 4 newtons. But looking at the answer, we have 4 Pascal. We know 1 Newton equals to 1 Pascal. So the correct answer is B. Question number 10. Which pair of conditions is necessary for rusting? We have oxygen and carbon dioxide, oxygen and water, water and nitrogen, heat and carbon dioxide. We know for rusting to take place, there must be moisture and air, and in air there is oxygen. So we have correct answer being B, oxygen and water, because we need oxygen and moisture for rusting to occur. Question 11. Which ions are responsible for temporary hardness of water? We have 2 types of water hardness. We have the temporary water hardness and the permanent. The permanent is caused by sulfate salts, and the temporary is formed or is caused by hydrogen carbonates when they come into contact with minerals, which includes calcium and magnesium. So the correct answer to this question is A. Hydrogen carbonates causes temporary water hardness. Question number 12. The waxy layer on a leaf that reduces water loss is called. We have stomata, cuticle, xylem, and epidermis. Stomata are small pores that allows movement of gases in and out of the leaf. They also allow transpiration to occur. We have xylem, which helps in transportation of water and mineral salts, and epidermis, which is the thin layer and transparent to allow penetration of light and also for protection. Cuticle is a layer that is waxy and made up of non-living cells, and its main role is for protection and reducing the rate of water loss. So the correct answer is B. Question 13. Which type of nutrition do human beings use? We have two types of nutrition. We have heterotrophism and autotrophism. In this case, we have autotrophic nutrition, where organisms are able to manufacture their own food, and that only occurs in green plants. We have B, heterotrophic nutrition, where organisms depend on already synthesized food materials. We have C, saprophytic. These are for organisms that causes decomposition. Then we have chemosynthesis, the organisms that manufacture their own food by use of chemical reactions. So the correct answer is heterotrophic nutrition, where human beings depend on already synthesized food materials. So the correct answer is B. Question 14. The male reproductive part of a flower is the. We have carpel, which forms the female part of the flower. Ovary is part of the female part of the flower. Then we have the sepals, which are the parts of the flower that protects the flower at its tender age. So the correct answer is stamen. Stamen is what forms the male reproductive part of a flower. Question 15. An ecosystem includes both living and non-living components. The living components are called. We have abiotic. Abiotic forms the non-living part of the ecosystem. We have producers. Producers are the part of the feeding levels. After the sun, we move to the producers, and they are the second main source of energy in the flow of energy in an ecosystem. We have decomposers that causes decomposition in an ecosystem. So the living components are the biotic factors. So the correct answer is C. Question 16. Question 16. A curved mirror that makes parallel rays. A curved mirror that forms parallel rays converge at a point is which is, so we have converging at a point, we have convex mirrors, we have rays that converge at a point. For the convex mirrors, we know the rays, they diverge. For the plane mirrors, they move in a straight direction. Then you have the parabolic lens, which does not have this rays converging. So the correct answer is B, concave mirrors, where the rays converge at one point. So the correct answer is B. Question 17. The number of complete waves produced in 1 second is called. The number of complete waves produced in 1 second is called. We have amplitude, we have frequency, we have wavelength, and we have period. So we need to know that the number of complete waves produced in 1 second is what we call the frequency. The frequency is the correct answer. The frequency is the correct answer. So moving to the next question. Question 20. We have question 18. Question 18. Bronze is an alloy of, we have A, copper and zinc, B, iron and carbon, C, copper and tin. Then we have D, aluminium and magnesium. So we need to know that copper and zinc forms or gives us an alloy that we call brass. Iron and carbon gives us what we call mild steel. Then we have copper and tin. This is what gives us the bronze. Then we have aluminium and magnesium, which basically do not give us any form of an alloy. So the correct answer to this question is C. Question 19. Which of the following is a chemical property of water? We have boils at 100 degrees Celsius, B, dissolves salts, C, reacts with sodium, D, is transparent. So we know the boiling point, solubility of salts, or of water, dissolving salts, and the color of water. All those are physical properties. These are physical properties. These are physical properties. It's a physical property. Also, the color is a physical property. So the correct answer to this question is water reacting with sodium. That's a chemical property reaction. In humans, most water absorption occurs in humans. Most water absorption occurs in. Question number 20. We have mouth, we have small intestine, we have large intestine, and we have stomach. So most water absorption in humans, it takes place in the large intestines. In the mouth, we have digestion of proteins. In the small intestines, that's where most digestion takes place. Then in the stomach, we have said in the stomach, protein digestion takes place there. In the mouth, that's where the process of digestion starts, and particularly digestion of starch. Question 21. The transfer of pollen grains from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower is called. That is pollen grains moving from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower. So the flowers in this case are different. What do we call that? This is what we call cross-pollination. It can also take place in different. It particularly takes place in two different plants. So the correct answer is what we call cross-pollination. So which type of fire, question 22, is caused by electrical equipment? Which type of fire is caused by electrical equipment? Question 22. We have the correct answer being class C, and this is what involves the electrical equipments. So the correct answer is C. Question 23. The dental formula of an adult human being is, we have A, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, then 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, then you have 2, 2, 0, 0, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. So for the adult human beings, the total number of, or the dental formula is A, where we have the total number of teeth being 32. So we have 2 plus 1 plus 2, which is 5, plus 3, which is 8, 8 times, so we take the top jaw, or what we call the upper jaw, so we take 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. We also take the same for the lower jaw, plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. In this case, we get 8, and for the lower jaw, we get 8. When I add this, I'll get 16, and because this is what is always used to work out the dental formula, is particularly our jaw. So you have, looking at your mouth, we always use our jaw. So we have to multiply by 2, and we know human beings have a total number of 32 teeth. So the correct answer to this question is A. Question number 24. Which human activity negatively affects ecosystem? We have A, afforestation, B, reforestation, C, overgrazing, D, wildlife conservation. So looking at afforestation is planting of trees. Reforestation is planting of trees where they have been cut down before. Then we have C, overgrazing. It's a negative activity which may lead to the extraction of an ecosystem, leading to soil erosion. So the correct answer is C. Question 25. In a food web, herbivores are always the primary consumers because they feed directly on the producers. Those are the green plants. So they are either grazers or browsers. So the correct answer is A. Question 26. A flower adapted for insect pollination will likely have, we have A, small dark petals, B, innocent, C, nectar in bright colors, D, light pollen grains. So for insect pollinated flowers, they must have nectar, and they always have bright colors to attract insects. So the correct answer is C. Question 27. Which method can be used to separate salt from sea water? Which method can be used to separate salt from sea water? We have filtration, which is commonly used for liquid, solid, which is insoluble. Distillation, we have distillation. We also have decantation and chromatography. So the correct answer to this question is B, distillation, where salt is left in the flask as water evaporates and condenses on the other side of the flask or of the setup. So the correct method is distillation. Question number 28. Which part of a microscope holds the objective lenses? We have the stage. We know the stage that where we place the specimen. Diaphragm, which controls the amount of light passing through the condenser. The revolving nosepiece, this is the point where the objective lenses are attached. Then we have base, which basically supports the microscope. So the correct answer is C. This is where objective lenses are held. Question 29. Which of the following is an element? We have carbon dioxide, we have iron, we have water, and we have sugar. So looking at this question, iron is the only element that we have. The rest are compounds made up of different elements. So the correct answer is B. Question number 30. The movement of seeds away from the parent plant to reduce competition is called, we have germination, fertilization, pollination, and dispersal. So the correct answer to this question is dispersal, where seeds move away from the parent plant and they end up growing in different parts or different areas. So this process is what we call dispersal. So this marks the end of our presentation today. If you found this video useful to you, kindly find your time to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Shining Grades Online School. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.